The bottom of the map, we have the Azubu player, the Azubu Zerg, already with a win in this group. Now is in his second game. Yes.
Azubu viOLet.
viOLet with a 2-1 victory over Rain earlier. Now he's facing the second Protoss player in the group. 3 Zergs and 2 Protoss in Group B of the Blizzard Cup. To the top of the map of Antigua Shipyard, we have the LGIM Protoss.
LGIM Seed.
Seed lost to a Sniper earlier, did not take a single map, lost with a 0-2.
Yeah. Seed, man, he's looking really tired right now. In fact, he's very affected by his first loss, it appears, as well.
Yeah, very
just see him in the booth, like, he's definitely exhausted.
Just looks affected by the early loss. I mean, he was up against the current champion, so that's definitely something where you say, well, I can lose against this guy. The problem is that it's not getting any easier. He's up against viOLet now, later he will have to face life, and even the PvP where he's up against Rain is not going to be an easy task.
Yeah. And if Seed loses here, man, that PvP may be the first time one of these Protoss players takes a win, but it's against another Protoss player. This is a map where we have seen Void Ray Zealot all-ins quite popular. But more so, Protoss players tend to either take a third base or go for an Immortal push.
Yep.
That's just more likely.
It's a strong Immortal push map. You want to go onto the high ground at the third base, take down the rocks, and as soon as you're on the high ground, the third base is dead.
A build that we will probably not see is Phoenix play. Can see it here, but you know, one of the strengths of it on this map is that the greens are a little bit spread out. If you don't spread your creep to that third, you're in trouble. Zergs have figured out, hey, probably want to spread my creep to the third. You very rarely see a Phoenix build hit when there's no creep to the third these days.
We've seen that Protoss players try to just use a few variations here on this map. We've seen more attempts to take a third base and to go with it. We've seen a lot of strategies, but still the Immortal push is a very strong option here. As mentioned, if you're on the high ground at the third base, you have a really good shot at using the force fields well enough to take down the third itself. That doesn't necessarily win you the game, you still have to push through, but it gives you a very good opening, and then the ability to either try to push into the natural or just fall back and claim your own third base. So that's kind of the timing that Zerg players hate here. But Protoss players are not a huge fan of this map either.
There's just certain times in the map where both races feel uncomfortable. That's what makes this map unique in this matchup. You know, for Zerg players against Terran, they don't like it at all. And even TVT and ZvZ get a little weird on this map sometimes, but you know, I'm okay with Antigua as a map. There goes the core. When that finishes, all the answers for the tech will be shown, and this is why viOLet has his Overlord's position now at 2 different locations to scout. So it'd be hard for Seed to deny the scouting information, actually. He probably has to make it in his main if he wants to do so, because the Overlord is so ready at the natural.
The win ratios here for both of them, for Seed actually a lot better. Just disappeared on screen, but you could see him with a 75% win ratio. This includes, of course, all the matchups that they played and not only this specific one. But still, viOLet trying to get some scouting information, already moving in.
Only 1 gas for Seed. Not the third gas taken yet, is what I meant to say. He's got 2 gases.
The Overlord is visible to Seed, so he knows that it's there. The third base for viOLet is nearly completed now, and we have the Stargate opening. He goes into the Stargate, as we said earlier.
Nope,
more variations now for Zerg players, for Protoss players, trying to play it a little bit different.
Third gas, but not the fourth. Could see Phoenixes, you know. I did not expect them on this map, but any builds are really possible.
At WCS, a few players, amongst them Harding, actually used Void Ray openings on this map and started to go for Void Rays and try to establish a fight on the low ground at the main base, warp into the high ground, and then use the Void Ray support to take down their opponent. So there are different options that Seed has with this. And this kind of hopes a little bit to surprise the opponent.
What's it going to be? Stargate is done. He's got enough for a Void Ray, and he starts the Void Ray. Do you need +1 though to do that build that you described? We may just see the same build we saw in Cloud Kingdom from Rain, but that build is just, it's so uncommon these days. To see it 2 games in a row would actually make me go crazy. Starts another Sentry. No +1.
Where's the rally point? Does he really aim right for the Overlord?
Yes.
Yep. Aims right for the Overlord, wants to take it down. Lair attack has been started for viOLet, and also the Roach Warren. He goes into the Evolution Chamber to have the Spork Rollers. And here comes the Overlord, and bye, my friend. It's nice knowing you. Supply block here, and of course now the Void Ray will just try to find a few more. If he heads to the bottom left at the corner of the map, you will find another one.
+1 is started. Doesn't look like he's going to notice that Overlord, though. He's just barely going to miss it.
Yeah. It's close, but not close enough. Not going to be in range.
Seed wants to take a third man. He's playing with fire on this map. He starts Twilight Council with his Robo.
The danger with third base on this map is that the distance between all these three bases is pretty huge, and also you need Blink to just dodge the ramp that you don't have to walk into the main base so that you can just go over the cliff. So a third base is possible to take, but it's just pretty hard to defend. You need a good wall. You need to make sure that you see immediately when your opponent takes down the rocks, place down a cannon maybe. And right now, Seed is just trying to get the army composition that allows him to do that. We've seen a lot of Zerg players going into drop play. viOLet doesn't do it. He goes into the infestation bit here. Players like Hyun and also Linok occasionally will go into a drop play on this map and try to drop a Protoss player that attempts to take the third base, because it's so much easier for them to just spread the units between the third and the main base.
Oh, look at that Crucifer just a second too late.
Yeah. Good timing.
Calorie, I mean, think about all the gas that is now spent for EC. Let's talk about it. He spent 150 on the Void Ray, and he made the Phoenix. He's got 5 Sentries, 5 Stalkers, but he got a Twilight Council and a Robo. So he's got no real attack pressure coming out here, but he's kind of spread his tech very thinly across the board. So viOLet is going to do something here. He's going to attack with speed with +1. His Roach speed is about to finish as well. This is going to be tough for Seed to defend. He really needs to get good key force fields to hold this.
I'm a little bit surprised that we don't see the Void Ray on top of the rocks to defend them, because that's the angle that every Zerg player will try to take.
He's just trying to damage the reinforcements right now.
I mean, the Void Ray already has a couple of kills, 4 in total, but he needs to have the better vision at the rocks here. He needs to set something up. He knows about what's going on right now. What was this force field for?
Oh, there was a few Lings trying to run in.
Yeah, I didn't catch
Didn't
those.
commit though. Here we go. Ling's running. I think he's got plenty of sentries though. And with the Void Ray here, he should be fine. But one sentry will fall.
Yeah, but that's all that dies here. He takes down the rest of the Roaches. Couple of kills for the Void Ray again, and Blink is now finally about to be done.
Remember though,
a lot more options.
Tech-wise, there's no robotic support bay, but there are infestors. And he's going to go for a counterattack here, and he's going to catch these probes, a few of them going down on their transfer.
The warp in is good, and now he's trying to make this work. The Void Ray actually is just retreating and not attacking. He has it in the same group, and therefore was trying to get away as well.
Oh, one Immortal will get targeted down here as well. Will he save it? It looks like just barely not.
He tries to... Oh, wow, he actually is nearly able to make that happen. But a lot of Roaches are now dying for viOLet. viOLet needs to be very careful. He has a huge supply lead.
Oh, he's going to go for sentries here. I'm not sure how much I like viOLet's really big commitment to this attack, but if he trades decently, which so far he actually has, he didn't get that sentry.
He trades okay, but still he has to be careful, because this is just him rallying units across the map on lair tech, and he does not get a fourth base, he doesn't get a high attack. So if Seed is able to get a few high-tech units out now, an additional Immortal for example, he has 1 now. If he gets 2 or 3 and the Void Ray, I feel that's a little bit too much for viOLet to deal with, and then he doesn't really have a follow-up.
Yeah, if Seed takes the middle of the map, just keeps viOLet from taking a fourth and starts using his Warp Prism play that he's so good at to deny island bases, then he should be fine.
Seed's job here is to stabilize. He needs to stabilize and try to get ahead. +2 attack is going to finish, and that will help him a lot. The main base run by that.
He wants to grab these units on the ramp. That's why these infestors come, but he actually does not get the chance.
He gets the units in the
I don't know about attacking like this.
Where are the force fields? There they are. The Fundle is good. What about the Immortal? He doesn't really target it. He needs to get away here. Blinking away, exposing the Immortal, but damaging a lot of the Roaches in the process.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I like this attack by viOLet. He just keeps trading over and over again, but he's not in an advantage in economy, and now the composition-wise, Seed is going to push back easily here.
The Void Ray is just doing so much damage. He has 11 kills already, 12 by now.
Yeah, he got that 12 that you were talking about. He's like, I'm not done yet. Hold on, Calor. I'm the Instructor Void Ray.
And now suddenly we have a lot more resources lost for viOLet. Things are just spiraling a little bit out of his control. And Seed, he's not done. He's going into +3 attack. He's going into the Colossi, into the range upgrade.
He lost his infestors. That's really important. He makes 9 more, but why attack here? He could actually just hold his 4th base. He could hold the top of the ramp.
this attack is not going to win him the game. The one thing that I don't really understand is why he always has the Void Ray in his army composition and just doesn't send it a little bit more to the front. He always retreats with the Void Ray. This time he doesn't. I mean, you don't want to overextend yourself. If there are some anti-air units, you are in a lot
like
of trouble.
these infestors, for example, but he should be able to see them in time to pull back. Well, that was close. He almost did not.
Yeah, but now, can he unite with his army? Do we have the first Colossus? We do.
viOLet has a lot of investors here this time, and he's been able to keep Seed supply low. Seed is supply blocked as well, as you mentioned, and oh, that's a great fumble there.
The investors are dying. They are being focused immediately. And look at the Void Ray taking another victim, taking them down one by one. viOLet is losing a lot of resources here. He's damaging Seed's army, and the Roaches are definitely doing a lot of damage here. But investors losing so many of them, that's not something that he can afford easily.
No, he cannot. viOLet needs to be a little bit more cost efficient at these engagements. He will get one Immortal, but now he's going to lose his 4th base if Seed moves it. If Seed does not move here and he just sits back on his 3 bases, I'll be so disappointed because this is his moment. He finally has killed the investors. He's got the composition where he's got 2 more Colossi popping out. I think it's time to move on to the middle of the map.
When he has the 2 Colossi, he could definitely start to hit a timing here, especially since viOLet now finally realized that this is not his time to attack. He drones up and goes into the tech, but Seed's defense here, man, this guy holds, and that was really well done on a map like Antigua. Kudos.
Yeah. You know, we already shifted into that phase where Zerg players have the advantage with Cross players not comfortable on that 3rd, and it's going to be pretty tough for them to take a 4th, but, you know, viOLet has thrown so many units at Seed. Seed has been resilient throughout this.
The Void Ray, 16 kills by now.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Seed is ahead in the army supply, it's just highlighted, and is adding additional gateways. We also have him now with the, he's not only going for the Colossi, but he also has the Warp Prism now on his way. And with the Warp Prism he can reinforce in the fight. Here comes Seed, moving out a little bit. Only 1 Infestor. 4 more are being built, but that's only 5 Infestors. That's a number that most Protoss players would be quite comfortable with.
Yeah. Especially with this many Colossi.
Look at this army.
viOLet is in some trouble here.
Yeah. He just now builds the Corruptors.
They're way too late. This base is going down.
And also the Corruptors will have a pretty tough time against 28 Stalkers. Bye-bye 4th base.
Bye-bye 4th base indeed. viOLet trying to keep himself in this, trying to keep his army ready for a fight, but Corruptors die as they spawn.
Yeah, he even gets them. Doesn't kill the 4th, instead moves in, tries to take down those infestors before they get too annoying.
Seed has a way better composition here. I can't imagine losing this fight.
Here come the Corruptors though, and the first Colossus is already gone, but look at the damage dealt by Seed here. viOLet's army is evaporating.
It's gone, man. It's already gone. The Corruptors fall here, and viOLet is going to lose this game. He attacked too much.
GG. viOLet, man, losing the game, and Seed, yes, this is his first map win here, taking the lead in the best of 3 with a 1-0 on Antigua Shipyard over his opponent. On a tough map for Protoss, taking a 3rd base, making it happen.
He just kept attacking and lost way too many investors.
This was more the Seed of old, the Seed that was able to defeat MC, so really well done. viOLet tried to be aggressive over and over again, but in the end the Protoss player takes it. Let's see what the map's gonna be. What do you think? Abyssal City?
Abyssal City or Vestige? I think Abyssal City. I guess there's also the possibility of Whirlwind, but I don't think so. The thing is, Whirlwind's a map that viOLet is definitely more familiar with. That map has been used in a lot of tournaments. And he actually picks Daybreak, which is a pretty good map for Zerg as well, a pretty straight up map.
Very straight up indeed. viOLet down a game here, and I pointed it out earlier, if Seed is able to win the best of 3, then he will be on the exact game score as viOLet. Yeah, he will be on 1-1, both of them. Same as Sniper, by the way. Life is the only player who won both of his best of 3 so far, and Rain didn't win a single one. Ray is almost weaker.
But yeah, this is second map, map number 2. Can Seed take the 2-0? Will we see Stargate play again? This is viOLet's map choice. What is his build choice going to be? We're going to find out right now at the GSL 2012 Blizzard Cup.